Look at that. Can you see that? You want to guess how I got that? You're probably thinking cooking, chopping vegetables. That's what you get for acting the gourmet, John. No. No. Washing up. I need a dishwasher for my own protection. So please send me money so that I can buy one. Save me from myself. You're watching A Recipe for Nightmares, exploring the Vincent Price cookbook with your host, Johnny Fabulous, aka John McNee. I am horror writer John McNee, author of such titles as Grudge Punk, Prince of Nightmares, Petroleum Precinct, but not A Treasury of Great Recipes. That was written by Vincent and Mary Price. And that's what this show is about. Horror icon Vincent Price and his love of cooking. It's not just some cynical vehicle through which I can ply you with subliminal messages about purchasing my published works. No! It's just a show about Vincent Price and cooking. Against all the odds and indeed common sense, we've reached episode 10, or should I say episode 10, for today's recipe is Luchow's German pancakes. According to Vincent Price, Luchow's is one of the best German restaurants in the world. But don't expect that level of quality. We require eggs, flour, salt, sugar, tinned berries, powdered cinnamon, confectioner's sugar, lemon, butter, and milk. Step 1, in a large mixing bowl, beat 6 eggs. 6. Cracking stuff. Oh, damn it. Done. Step 2, beat in 1.5 cups of sifted flour. I've bought these measuring cups to make life a bit easier for myself. Who measures things in cups? Sort yourself out, America. 1.5. 1/4 teaspoon of salt and a tablespoon of sugar, which is all I have in here. Step 3, gradually add 2 cups of milk and continue to beat until smooth. This must be exciting for you to watch. Beginning to add the 2nd cup. I hope you weren't expecting me to make any quips this episode. It's all a bit too precarious for that. Ah! See what I mean? According to the recipe, it should be thin and smooth, which it definitely is. Very, very thin. Too thin? Nah, no. It'll be fine. Pour the batter into a large pitcher. Hey. And leave it to stand for 30 minutes. What am I going to do for half an hour?
It's Coronation Street on ITV3 with Ken Barlow.
Thank you for your patience. Step 4, in a large pan, melt 1 tablespoon of butter. Step 5, when the butter starts to turn golden, pour in about 1/2 cup of the batter and swirl it around the bottom of the pan to try and coat it. The instructions say cook until the pancake is brown, then turn with a large pancake turner. Oh yeah, I'll just go grab my large pancake turner. For presentation, I'm going to heat these tinned fruits. Vincent Price says you can use lingonberries or huckleberries. I don't have either of those. And it's browning, so I'm going to flip it over. Once it's brown on both sides, slide it onto a plate. It's actually looking fairly passable. At this stage, we're to sprinkle it thickly with confectionery sugar, cinnamon, and the juice of 1/2 lemon. Yeah. Then spread on the hot fruit, and according to the recipe, roll the pancake like a jelly roll. Ooh, 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 hey. Done! Sprinkle with more sugar and cinnamon. And that's it. As good as Luchow's? Who knows? Today's dish will be prepared with a very fine Franziskaner Weissbier from Munich and the Vincent Price film Rogue's Regiment from 1948, in which Vincent Price actually portrays a German character with an incredibly convincing German accent.
Yes, of course. That is always the best reason. You know, it has really become quite a joke among us Sagalate, all you ex-German soldiers enlisting in the foreign region. We call it the Fourth Reich. The French themselves call it Rogue's Regiment. I'm afraid.
Don't forget, today's episode is brought to you by Tall Tales with Short Cocks Volume 1, an anthology of the bizarre featuring In the Flesh, the first ever grudge punk story. Plus a bunch of other stories by other guys, they're all pretty good. That's all from me. Thanks for joining me on this historic 10th episode. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and do join me again next time for another recipe for nightmares. We eggs.